Hey everyone, Madawellins here, and today we are playing something completely not Minecraft related, so you can feel free to click away now if you were looking forward to that. Sorry. This is the Stanley Parable. I actually don't know much about this game at all because I was told to play it without spoilers, without spoiling myself. So that's what I'm doing right now. I think it's a Source mod or Half-Life mod. I can't remember which one it was, but one of them. And yeah, that's basically pretty much all I know about the game. Oh, there's actually a HD remake that's on Greenlight right now, Steam Greenlight, waiting to be added to the Steam library, but I think it passed already. Yeah, well, let's get started. Chapter 1, the Stanley Parable. Alright, let's see what this will be like. I have no clue. A parable is like a story, I think, right? I'm guessing the protagonist is named Stanley. Cutscene?
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor next to his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on a monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and walked out into the hallway.
Okay, I can move now. Wow, dude, me and Stanley would get along. Oh my god, all my life I've been waiting for someone to understand me. You must be wondering what I mean. And that's actually because I would love this job. I would so love this job. Mindlessly just doing the same thing every single day. Oh, that's like my dream job. I'm not even kidding. I actually want to find a job where I just do the same routine crap every single day. I think that's actually quite different from what the people of my generation want to do. Because I am in the business faculty when I study at school, and I think in class, the prof was like, oh, what kind of job would you guys like when you graduate? And everyone's like, oh, I want to be a CEO. I'm so ambitious, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, I just want a stable job. Yeah, so Stanley, my man, you're my homie. So let's explore around a bit. Wow, that's some very highly textured equipment. Not sure what kind of equipment it is. Looks like it might be some sound equipment. And we have no jobs for today. That's very worrying. It is currently... Oh my god, I'm so bad at reading these clocks. It's like 8:05? Wait, it mentioned the time earlier, right? In the cutscene. Oh, well, whatever. There's our briefcase that we can't pick up. Great. Since the narrator said we should walk out the hallway,
Stanley
we will.
decided to go to the staff lounge to check on his co-workers. He never functioned well by himself, and constantly needed support and guidance from others, so the thought of total solitude was terrifying to him.
The thought of total solitude is terrifying. It is terrifying. I don't like being alone. I like being with people, but not in a crowd. It's really weird. Hello? Is there glass? Can I jump? I can't jump. Fine. Wow, see, they don't get a fancy blue monitor like mine. I'm special. Also, I'm all the way down the hall too, and these people are like next to each other. That's kind of solitude-inducing. Looks like...
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Why? Why? No. Why can't I enter the door on the right? Is this what the game is about? Following game choices or not? Well, let's look. The door on the left has more doors and that little weird rectangular box, and we don't know what's on the door on the right. Let's go.
This was not the correct way to the employee lounge, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. So he turned left at the first open door and walked back in the right direction.
These are all locked. They barely even have doorknobs. I don't know. Should I follow what the game says or should I do my own thing? If it were me personally, let's act as if Stanley were me? I don't know. If it were me, I would really just go back that way, but... choices. That looks kind of scary.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Maybe
Thanks.
This is why everyone had left. No one wanted to be around someone as bad at listening as him. And since he was walking into the middle of nowhere and thus ruining the entire story, Stanley decided that he would punish himself.
No!
So when he came to the elevator and the doors opened, he stepped inside and pushed the button to go up.
The narrator keeps telling me to do things. Can I go down? I can't go down, can't I? This is a game about following orders. Or not, isn't it? Up or down, up or down. Well, since we've been disobeying him the whole time anyway, why not? Let's keep going down. We cannot go down. I thought we would be able to go down. That sucks, whatever. Oh, God.
Oh, Stanley.
Oh, we're going down.
You know, you really aren't going anywhere, and I don't say that deceitfully. I truthfully mean that there isn't a story down here. The story was back up where I told you to go in the first place. Right now, you're just running around looking at empty halls. And frankly, that's perhaps even more infuriating for me. So why don't you throw me a bone, give me a chance, and just let me tell the story I want to tell,
I do. Believe me, I do. I think I might have to play this twice, but I can't. When someone tells you to do something, it's human nature to want to do the other thing. That's why kids have rebellious periods. Oh, this looks...
Now listen carefully. This is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
I don't know if I should change my choice patterns in the middle of the game, but I'll cut the narrator some slack. Oh. Oh my god. I'm scared. Is this a horror game after all? What's going on?
Good, good. Now, if you don't mind, there's something I'd like to show you. But to do that, I think it would be best for us to start from the beginning.
Okay.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Oh.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. His job pushing buttons demanded little of him, so there was not much of himself to give, and in this way Stanley's job felt less and less like his every day. But if buttons need pushing one day, it means they'll need pushing the next and then the next. So without question or judgment, Stanley continued to do what the screen told him. One keystroke flowed into another keystroke, flowed into his ride home, flowed into dinner, flowed into waking up, flowed into going to work, and here he was again. Stanley was typing out a complete sentence that said absolutely nothing at all. If in reality no one ever actually disappeared from the office, and Stanley never got the opportunity to make a decision, to choose which path he wanted to take, would his life still have any meaning? Perhaps when we long for something deeply enough, these hopes and fantasies become so strong in our minds that we truly believe that we're there, controlling that person and living that adventure. To manipulate your own thoughts and emotions might mean freedom from a self-imposed prison. But these delusions can be fatal to those who can't tell the difference. And so, Stanley asked, if that door never opened, if I'll never be able to walk away from those people and from these buttons, is this life still worth experiencing? Am I actually happy? Stanley answered this question by pushing a button. Then he pushed a button, and then he pushed a button.
I don't want to die,
Then
no.
he pushed a button. Then he pushed a button.
That's it? Did I lose? I lost. I guess I should have not followed it. Okay, well, let's get back to where we were. Okay, we're back here finally. That was a lot of narration, and I don't really agree with what the narrator says. Whoa.
Perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
Yeah, I heard you. Stanley walked through the blue door. Hey, it changed. It's different. Is he gonna get mad at me?
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
Nope. I'm a defiant little boy.
All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
What the fudge? Oh my.
You see?
Are we in Minecraft?
It's nothing. No one's even built this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. It's just a bunch of skybox and dev wall textures. That's it. Is this what you were looking for? Was it worth ruining the story I'd written out for you? I put a lot of time into that, and now well, here you are now, just looking at nothing. To think that that's all I needed to make in the first place, just a whole lot of nothing, and you would have been happy. Well, hey, you still need a little something to do. Am I right? Here, let me load up another map. See if there's something in here that'll keep you occupied. Ah, here's one. Let's boot this up. We'll see if you like it.
What's going on, dude? Yeah, anyways, as I was saying, I don't really agree with what the narrator says. Even if I have a life laid out in front of me with everything worked out, it doesn't mean I won't be happy. At the very least, I will have a lot less trouble to think about. And oh my goodness, we're in Half-Life. Whoa!
Well, Stanley, is this any better? I don't know why it would be. This map wasn't even made for you. At least I created a world specifically with you in mind. I wanted to make you a leading man. This one, well, I'm afraid you're on your own there.
Not even the Combine are here. It's so lonely. Oh my god, I really hate solitary games. It's so frightening to know that you're the only one in the world here. Don't like it. Don't like it one bit. I really like games. I mean, I don't know if this is because I'm an only child, but I really like games where an NPC is by your side.
Stanley was fat and ugly and really stupid.
Hey, that's
He probably only got his job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That, or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Oh, hell yeah, what's wrong with that life? Nothing wrong with that. Someone's stalking me. Nothing wrong with liking drugs and hookers. That's the life, yo. No, I'm kidding. Don't do drugs, kids. Don't do drugs. Is Barney gonna be here? Hello? Oh, man. Hello? Oh my god!
I spent so long talking about you. Why don't we just take a break
made my
from that
hand
and
shake.
talk about something else for a change? Let's see. Well, according to Wikipedia, more than 90% of the night sharks caught off northeastern Brazil contain mercury concentrations higher than that considered safe by the local government. Now,
Really?
this is fascinating. Don't you want to know more about the night sharks?
I do!
Oh, no, of course not. All you want to hear
No.
about is yourself, isn't it?
No!
Well, fine. You haven't listened to me once so far. I can't expect you to turn that around now, can I?
No! Tell me more about the night sharks. I really like trivia. Come on. Oh! I thought I was gonna have to build crates up here, just like in the Half-Life game. That looks a bit different. I don't remember that orange strip. Oh my goodness.
Is this the end of the line? I don't suppose this was a particularly fulfilling experience for you, considering not a single art aspect in this map was created with you in mind.
This
But
strip.
hey, you're a creative kid. I bet you can come up with a story about this place and why you're in it. And while you're doing that, why don't you think up an ending too? Because you certainly won't find one here. I'm afraid that's the long and short of it. This room and these walls are all you get. Maybe the story ends when you decide you can't live in this futuristic science fiction dystopia world, and you gallantly commit suicide. Or maybe you stand in this spot for all of eternity to guide and greet other travelers like yourself who... Wait. Hold on. What are you doing?
Oops, that was an accident. Oops, I didn't know that was a hole. I thought that was a pile of ashes. What's going on? Hello? Did the game end? Oh, I can still walk. I can hear my own footsteps. I don't know where I'm walking and I'm really scared right now because this is kind of scary. It seems like I'm trying to walk into all directions, but I keep hitting into a wall. Oh, looks like this way is okay. I'm walking.
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you.
I don't need your help, Mr. Narrator. I'm walking to my right. I haven't changed my point of view, so... Oh my goodness, this is really
How
scary.
will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that.
I can. One day, Stanley...
Stanley, come
Whoa. That was kind of trippy. Why are we here again? The screen is different. The time is the same, but what? It didn't close. What's going on? What's going on? I'm kind of scared right now. I'm a huge chicken. Please don't scare me. Oh god. I'm always so scared that someone will be standing at the window. Hello? Oh. Oh, that's a shadow. I thought that was like a black strip on the ground. Where are we going? What's going on? I'm so confused. Narrator! What happened to you? I missed your sexy voice. Will the elevator come back?
It's sad, I know, but all stories must come to an end. Of course, they say it's the journey that truly matters and not the destination, and I like that idea. To think we might value the paths we walk as much as the places they lead us. Now, I don't know what sort of story you've ciphered out of that world you've made for yourself, but I hope that being the leading man was everything it's cracked up to be. I know it can be a little hard getting around without someone looking over your shoulder, but this is simply the nature of freedom. Besides, I haven't really gone anywhere. Maybe you don't want a guide, but I think I'll always have a place here at the end of every story. I'll step in and wrap things up with a nice piece of dialogue and a reflection on life that makes sense of whatever path you've chosen to walk. And for now, I'm happy to be the destination instead of the journey. But only for now.
Are we done? Wow. That was a very short little game. I'm not sure what to make of it. It poses so many loaded questions. I didn't make any save games. Can I go to a new chapter? Nope, nothing else. That was very, very short. That was interesting. Interesting food for thought. But I'm a person who likes order, after all. So I think, I don't know, freedom? Is freedom something we really want? I actually just finished playing Deus Ex Human Revolution, and in that game, there is a character who says something like, what is the line? Taggart says, uncontrolled freedom? Something, oh god, I can't remember the quote right now. Well, what does it say? Uncontrolled freedom is the same as chaos? Or something along that line. So I do believe in order and routines and things like that, but, interesting message. And the game told you all about trying to, break through to get freedom, but isn't following the story being a slave to it and not getting freedom? Because I'm pretty sure this was the actual story. Like, the actual act of not listening to the narrator was the story of the game, so a bit ironic there. Yeah, I don't really want to go into any analyzing thing because someone out there is gonna be like, oh my god, no, that's not what it means, blah, 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 blah. I don't really care. So yeah. I heard there's actually 6 different endings in this game. I don't think I will be playing for the other 5 because, well, it's not really meaningful to do so because the first ending I got should be... Well, actually I did 2 endings, right? I guess. Yeah, I don't think I'll play anymore, but if you want to look up the other endings, you can probably find a YouTube video of it. Yeah, interesting game. I encourage people to go try their own choices on this game and tell me what they got. It'll be interesting to know. So I will see you on next time then. Bye-bye!